What's up guys? In today's video we're going to be taking Wago ice racing on a frozen lake on some custom homemade studded snow tires. Let me show you guys what we got going on so far. These are Wago's old wheels and tires, and these are actually an old set of studded snow tires, but they've been pretty worn down and you can see the tops of the studs are completely gone. So what we went ahead and did is we just took some 1/2-inch self-tapping screws, we coated them in some like liquid cement, and then we screwed them into the tire. The screws are not quite long enough to pierce all the way through the rubber, but just in case some of them were to poke through under the weight of the car or something like that, we got some liquid cement on there to help kind of seal them up. And this one right here has actually been aired up for about an hour now, and it has not lost any pressure whatsoever, so that is a good sign. The only thing we might be worried about is that after we drive the car, they might try to push all the way through and start making these things leak, but we're just gonna go out there and try to have some fun and see how these do. We didn't have too much time since we just got back from the race with the MR2, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and whip these guys out. Right now, Emilio has the whole setup kind of going. We're just using a stool and he's just spinning it as we go around and just getting them in there.
All the traction for the ice.
Yep, it's gonna take a minute because we got a lot to put in. This first one took us probably about an hour to do. And as you can see, it's not even that many, but it's a good amount in there. And these should definitely help give us a whole bunch more grip on the ice. You can even see, if you just drag this thing across the concrete, got some gnarly scratches from it. So these should dig in pretty good. And the screws go in there nice and deep. Don't think those guys are gonna come out anytime soon, but you know, this is all gonna be trial and error. But since we only had today to get this done, we just went with the Home Depot self-tappers. We're screwing these things in to make ourselves some homemade ice tires, and the race is actually tomorrow. So we're gonna stay up tonight, get these knocked out, and then I still have to get home, get everything mounted up on Wago, and get the alternator fixed, get it loaded up, and then we'll be heading over there tomorrow morning. But we're gonna go ahead and get these guys all knocked out. Just finished up our homemade studded ice tires, studded snow tires, whatever you want to call them. They're all holding air, so hopefully they should work good for us tomorrow. Took over 600 screws. Got all the boxes right there. We had to run to the...
It's a lot of screwing, bro.
Yeah, a lot of screwing.
600. My hand's tired, man.
Yeah, we had to go back to Home Depot and pick up some more because we ran out, but...
They look good.
Yeah, I think they came out awesome. Just for, you know, quick set in a few hours.
If they work, man, I think we should just put more in it, you know?
Yeah. What I'd like to do eventually is, you know, actually take the tire off the wheel and screw them from the inside out and get some that are like sharpened and some gnarly ones. But for the sake of time, I think this will work pretty good. A whole bunch on there. And these tires are trashed anyways, so we can reuse them one last time. I'll be ready to go. I think they came out awesome. So we are going to be loading these guys up, and I'm gonna take it all home, get Wago ready for the morning, and we'll see how it does. I'm just hoping they don't rip out. That's the only thing. If they rip out, they might leak. But then we were also thinking about sliming them too. This place by us has...
Fixer flat in each one of them?
Yeah, just fill them with some Fix-A-Flat. We'll make it work. So we're gonna test this out, see how they do, and yeah, should be fun. All right, boys, Wago is on its new homemade custom studded ice tires, ready to go. Got the XXRs off of there, and then also had to fix the alternator and belt because that fell off last time we drove it. The lower two bolts fell off, so got all that back together. The belt's nice and tight, and she is ready to rip for tomorrow. One last thing I need to put on this thing is, since it is probably going to get snowy and dusty, you know, stuff's flying everywhere out there, got to get this air filter put on. It does fit. Just got to move that out of the way. I'll get that on for tomorrow, but I'm going to be loading this thing up in the morning and we will be ready to roll out. But before I do that, I'll make sure that this thing fires up. She has been sitting for a second. We have the jump box on. Unlock the door. And let's see if Wago wants to live again. Come on, baby. Woo! and that's why my neighbors hate me. But they haven't heard that in a long time, so I think they can give it a break. It is almost midnight, so Wago is ready to go for tomorrow. Just got to get her loaded up, and we will be on our way. So I'm excited. All-wheel drive snow drifting on a frozen lake. See how this goes. Don't need the trailer getting scratched up.
Getting teched in, just like the track. Will she pass? All right, see, these are the ones we really need. But next time, look at that. That'd be crazy.
I have.
Careful, bro. We're on ice. Literally, look.
We made
You
it.
can see right through it.
We are standing on a frozen lake right now. So we just got Wago teched in. It did get pretty dirty from the ride here since we used the open car trailer, and we got a bit of slush all over it, so we had to clean it off a little bit. But she's teched in, ready to go, and we pulled out onto the lake. You can see all these other people that are out here. They just have a couple courses going right now. So this isn't like complete, you can just do whatever you want out here. They do control like where you go. They have cones and stuff, but it is a little course you follow. Because obviously if everyone was out here just, you know, messing around, people would be wrecking into each other. I'm still really excited to get out there and try it though. This is really slick. So we'll see how our homemade ice tires do. Some guys out here have some crazy tires with like 1 or 2 inch long spikes, and they're running Jeeps out here and stuff. And everything out here is all-wheel drive, so it's pretty cool. But we're not too sure where we need to go right now. We're just gonna put this thing in line, I think, and try to figure out the courses a little bit, and then just kind of build up from there and see how it does. I really just want to do like an all-wheel drive launch on the ice and see how it does, and hopefully we don't rip our self-tapping screws out, but we should have some fun for sure today.
You can do it right at the beginning. So I think how it is there's 2 lines, and it's kind of like how the monster trucks go. So one car go this way, the other car goes that way, and you guys kind of have your own finish line, you know?
And then they like race to the finish.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah, because they're both on each side. Should
All
be
right.
pretty sweet though.
Get in there. Look at the
Start
Tesla over there, bro.
Oh, they brought a Tesla?
Look right there.
That's funny.
She's just drifting that thing.
This is slick though. You got to be careful. Like, that's straight ice.
I came prepared, man. I've got my snowboarding gear on.
Yeah, I got my skate shoes on with thin socks.
You better get in the car for your feet freeze up.
So while we're waiting in line, I also wanted to mention that for anyone local, you know, we're in Colorado right now. This is Georgetown Lake, and they do this every time during the winter time. And right now the lake is 13 inches thick of ice. And I guess for a vehicle, you want to be at least 8 inches and over, but they got 13 inches of ice out here, so it's nice and thick. I mean, you don't even notice that you're on a lake right now at all. But yeah, just a fun fact while we wait in line, but we're getting ready to go up right now, so we'll see how it does.
Here we go, first time. This guy, this is his first time too, so it should be fun. First timer versus first timer?
Yep.
This thing's pretty clean, GC8. What happened, bro?
This is confusing, dude.
You were just at the end. You were just like screwing up a drift.
Like, whatever. They don't even have anyone watching, so it's just kind of you just go out and.
That drone was getting so close to you. He's got some good footage.
Dude,
he was following you the whole time.
We honestly might be done.
Why? What happened?
I think both front tires are hissing.
Already?
Yeah, I had a feeling we were gonna rip some studs out. The back ones are fine, but the front ones
From spinning?
just all that weight on them, I guess.
All the weight.
I mean, it doesn't sound like, I mean, we didn't bring extra studs either, but we can maybe find where they got ripped out and just screw a new one in. But they're going flat right now, pretty bad.
Oh, jeez. Oh, run them flat.
Whoa!
Bottom down.
That didn't sound good.
All right, so we were done, but now
we're really done. So the tires are flat. We're coming up this, and we think we just smacked a rock pretty good, and there's oil leaking. I might have just took out the pan.
Jeez.
Dude. I don't even know how we need to like tow it up this hill or something. We try to roll it back, dude. It's done.
Okay, if you roll it back, maybe on this side here. I can help you guys push if you need.
We might have to just push us with that.
Can't do that. I mean, I'll cause too much damage to this little bitty thing.
It's kind of stuck in, it's like high center.
Yeah, it lifted somehow. I think that thing's gonna spin before it. Whoa! Oh, yeah. A little hole, just enough to leak it all out.
Well, guys, we made it back. We had some more footage over at the lake, but it was so windy out there that you couldn't even hear anything we were saying. So, long story short, we got Wago back home, and we had to help them clean up the oil after we hit a rock and put a little hole in the oil pan. And I can actually show it to you guys real quick. This is all the oil that's just been slowly leaking out of Wago. But if you look right back there, you can see the hole in the pan from the rock. So, gonna have to pull the pan off, and I'm just gonna weld that shut. It is just an aluminum pan, so that won't be too big of a deal, just to weld that guy up and get the pan thrown back on there, get some more oil back in Wago. And yeah, definitely want to take this thing back out on some better ice tires, you know, ones that don't leak. We were just so rushed, and I still think it did really good. We had fun for the one lap we got out there, but it is currently sitting on all 4 flats. All of them eventually lost air over time because I'm pretty sure the weight of the car and just all the force and the tires spinning was enough to drive them up just a little bit too far into the tires. But, you know, we wanted to try it out, see if it would work. And now we know, do not just self-tap screws into the tire unless the tire is thick enough, because they do actually make studs that are made to just drill into the tires like that, and that's where I got the idea from. But these were pretty worn and they didn't have much tread left on them, so the screws eventually poked all the way through and they went flat. But it was still awesome nonetheless, and they do have another test day coming up. I'm not sure when, but it might be in a month or so. And I definitely want to bring Wago back again, because if we can go back out there with some tires that actually hold air and we do them correctly, I think we could have a whole bunch of fun, because we already had a blast for the short time that we were there. Yeah, it was awesome, but just got to get that pan fixed and get the XXRs back on there. Probably give this thing a bath because it got really dirty on the way over, and Wago will be back up and going 100%. And don't worry about the motor or anything. That should all be good. It was just a little hole right there on the front. And I mean, what can you say? It wouldn't be the Boostedboiz if we didn't leave a whole bunch of oil on the ground somewhere in the video. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys later.